But way back when I started, I noticed there was one other coaching company, the Dirt Series, that's no longer around. And I remember looking at their social media and thinking, who am I watching here? Is that a coach? Is that a participant? Nobody was really personal on the account. And I realized this is such a vulnerable activity to get involved with. There should always be a human behind this type of brand where people know, hey, I'm vulnerable, I'm real, I've been divorced, I've been on reality TV and humiliated myself, I've gotten kicked out of my sorority. Like, I have a whole tale to tell. Right when I welcome people to the camp, I make a speech about things I've been through and how the bike was my savior, because I want to immediately set that tone of, we're all real here. And when you're doing a sport like mountain biking that is a little scary and vulnerable, it's very important that you are surrounding yourself by people who you do not feel like are going to judge you or criticize you if you're not good at it. And I think that's a huge part of building a brand in this arena of teaching people to do hard things, is that they immediately need to know they're safe with you and that they're comfortable around you. Sometimes I'm grabbing your butt to save you and it needs to be okay. You know, I did, the woman who started the Dirt Series, her name is Candace Shadley. She was kind of the first person who introduced me to the method to the madness of coaching, of like getting a huge number of women together and how to manage that, how to break them into small groups so that everybody feels they're getting ample attention. I would say that Candace was my role model. She was always, when I decided to start my own coaching business after volunteering for hers, she never once made me feel bad about it. We agreed to stay out of each other's territories and that I would bring my camp to the East Coast and travel, where she was mostly like Canada and West Coast. And I really admired that grace that she gave me in being like, giving me the thumbs up to start my own business. We were very different. Ours were very emotional. They're very much based around mental health and becoming a better human through the bike. And theirs was a bit more of a business model. I don't have any kind of business sense at all. I would do this for free if I could, because I love it so much. But yeah, I'd say she was a role model. And then Paul from, GSNBC he changed my life. His style of coaching, his knowledge around it. I wanted to be as knowledgeable as him around coaching and riding. I just blew my mind. So, and it's funny because I never really looked up at any of the like crazy pro racers, and I was around a lot of really rad people. I'd say Marla Streb is actually one of the reasons I started racing. She was like on the cover of Outside Magazine, like strategically covering her body parts naked. And she was one of the early like downhill and cross country. All those old school girls, Missy Giove, I just found them like, these are my people. They're rough around the edges. And Marla was like a molecular scientist at the same time that she was like racing on acid. Like, I just thought these women were so cool that they broke out of the mold of feminine women. I love that these tough, dirty, I always thought of mountain biking like it's a dirty sport. We're always dirty. And I felt like, yeah, I want to be like these women who do not care. They're just out there having so much fun. And that, again, like you said, that's what we're trying to do here. At the end of the day, mountain biking is so much fun. And the better you are at it, the more fun it gets. And when you know what you're doing, then you know how to think. And then you control your thoughts into action. And the whole process is just like, shows you what you can do. And I think we all need a little more of that in our lives.